I don't know. See, you guys are funny. You're like, what is the purpose of this? And what is the purpose of that? It's not always a purpose. And then sometimes, even if there is one, and I tell you, you're like, oh, well, that sucks. So in this question, can you clarify what is the purpose of me falling and fracturing both feet? Holy cow, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had done that. I'm so mad. So I'm a little unclear as what lesson I need to learn. Okay, now that's the part that I don't like. That I will Lilith that to hell and back. Just take that straight down to a hell if there ever was one, because there's so much degree of spiritual shaming taught in that particular premise. That premise that, there was a lesson I needed to learn, and that's why bad shit happened. It just, you may as well be saying the universe is punishing me. There's something that I was stupid with, and the universe wants to make sure I'm smarter, so it's going to break my feet. Right? That whole idea is so painful and gaslighting. Why do we want gaslighting teachings going into spirituality? Right? Sometimes we just need to sit down. Sometimes we need to sit still, and we create. It's not the universe. We, as creators, manifest through the universal grid of consciousness, broken feet, because there's no other way for us to sit down and write a book. That was me. I wasn't reading you on that one. I manifested like major problems with my feet because I wouldn't write. And now that I write more, it's better. Mostly. When I stop, it comes right back. It's terrible. Right? So start taking the blame for it. I manifested this so that blank. And that may feel true for you or not, but think about it. Do you need to sit down and create a better website right now? Do you need to sit down and think more about how to go into sacred action with your spiritual purpose and help people better? Is the healer in you wanting a chance to heal your feet? There could be so many reasons from what I'm reading into for why you manifested this for you. I know it's easy for us as human beings to want to push the blame onto the universe or onto karma or onto why did the guides do this or why did they say that? It's always us. On another note, I could teach you, a lot of people say to me things like, well, ask your guides this about this decision or ask your guides that. No, I want to ask myself. You know what? I want to connect to my own soul. You know what I mean? Guides are there when I'm about to get really stupid and they just stop me, right? Or sometimes they go, yeah, you're going to be that stupid anyway, so just go ahead. Whatever. So we can't always blame the guides. They're not our soul's keeper. We are our soul's keeper. Just like we can't always blame karma and the universe and God or other humans. Geez, I was on my local Facebook group. Every Facebook has this local group of old timers who talk and gossip and ask questions. And when is the parade happening? And when is that happening? And why is that happening? And you newcomers did it. It's one of those kind of groups for a small country town. And they were doing the same thing about wanting to blame somebody else for the problems of the town. And they were basically saying, it's all the newcomers from California. We used to be this tiny little town and everything was perfect. Humans do this. And if we're not blaming each other, we're blaming God, we're blaming our parents, right? So this town, this group, they were saying that all the Californians were blaming it. And this one very smart person responded and she said, okay, so if newcomers made all the changes that you don't like, when's the last time a newcomer's been voted into city council? When is the last time a new person was the governor, the mayor? When is the last time a new person, held any public role to actually make change in this town? And everybody was crickets because they don't do it. They only, let old timers in, right? So they're like, yeah, you want changes, but you ain't fixing it. You want to keep things the same, and you are the guys on the council, and you're not doing it, right? So, are the newcomers really to blame? It was an exceptional answer, and sometimes I just watch people on Facebook because, oh my goodness, just watching the degree of blaming and shaming and gaslighting. And what I'd like to see instead is support, understanding, having another person say, well, I don't agree with you, but teach me more about why you feel that way. I'm listening to you. Ain't happened yet. One can dream. Why did I manifest such an extreme injury? I just listed some of the possibilities. What is it that you need to sit with? Feet are all about support. So how would you like to support yourself this year? Is it a financial thing? Is it financial and spiritual? Where is it? Where do you want to support yourself better? Feet, when they don't work for you, they make you sit down. They make you use your head, use your heart, and to find other ways to create sacred action other than just running around all the time, right? There are a lot of different reasons why people can manifest an injury for feet. Okay, a few more minutes. That's oh, Melanie, you can Google that. Google 5 types of Kundalini awakening. I'll be talking for 30 minutes on that. I think the Yogananda site has probably a good definition of that. Some of the Yogananda work on their websites have some in their blogs about it. Can we ask our inner selves and guides to give messages to other people's inner selves to pass on the message? I mean, yeah, in principle. Look at your reasons for why you want to do that versus just giving the message yourself. Sometimes we have our own agendas about people. And we're like, we want them to heal. And they're good agendas. Like we want them to heal for cancer. I'm not saying they're bad agendas that we have. We want them to be more spiritually awakened. We want them to be. And even though it's good things, it's our attachment to their well-being looking a certain way to us. Right? Why would we want to have our guides do it? Why wouldn't we just do it? It's just a question that I have. Right? All right. Oh, we still have 2 more minutes. Kids are waiting hand over foot for me to take them out to eat. Otherwise, I'd keep going. Let's see. How can you continue living with someone who's not on board with your beliefs and is really stuck in 3D? You don't want me to answer that. She said, I'm not in a position to just get up and go, and this person feels things are okay, but they're not. I try to keep my own bubble, spiritually speaking, but the 3D construct is always there. Will this bring me down from whatever higher frequency I've created for myself? Okay, so I'm going to call you. Are you ready? That's spiritual snobbery. You may not know that it is. You're not intending that it is. And no, you're an incredible person. It's not about that. But your frequency should be so strong that nothing can bring you down. Nothing. You should have your frequency so managed that nobody else's constructs or belief systems should bring you down. So is it really that he doesn't believe what you believe? Is that really the reason? Or she doesn't believe what you believe? Is that really the reason? I'm not sure that it is for you. Sometimes people just grow apart. And as we awaken, we don't have the same compatibilities as the other person. We don't have the same interest. Incompatibility is huge in relationships. And you either love them enough to work through it, compatible or not, and build compatibility over time because marriage is work, relationships are work, all of it is work, or you don't. So this is you. You either have what it takes or you don't. And if you don't, it's totally cool. Like I've been in that situation many times, right? Where I just say, gosh, I don't have what it takes to love this person outside of their belief system. We don't have enough compatibilities. And I'm dragging myself down by being with that person, right? And then I'm blaming, okay, well, they're not spiritually awake. No, that's spiritual snobbery. If you're spiritually awake, you don't even care if another person is awake. If you're really in Christ consciousness, are you even looking if they're awake or not? You won't care. You just won't. So I don't think that is what it is for you. I don't think you hate him. I just think you're not compatible. I think you outgrew each other. He's probably feeling like you're spiritually snobbing him if you've told him that. I hope you haven't. Right? He'll throw it in your face, then let him. Let him. I mean, everybody has a right to be sad or angry, or what they don't have a right to do is blame you, right? But it's a compatibility thing, and you just kind of outgrow each other. And your love is either stronger than incompatibilities, and then you work on it, you negotiate, you build compatibility. But you gotta love that person enough to do that, right? Or you don't. And if you don't, then you don't. Like, really admit to yourself and just say, hey, this is me. I don't love them enough to do that. This contract is over. I've learned everything I can learn. They've learned everything they can learn. And then we're just kind of at a standstill. We're just nitpicking each other, irritating each other. I could do puppet shows. That could have been my second job. So, right? Then we're just doing that to each other. So if there's no love anymore, if there's no spiritual attraction, and I don't mean believing the same thing, but I mean by a magnetism towards each other, and not just sexually. If there isn't that, it's done. And you know it. And you're looking for other things. And it doesn't matter what the other things are. It's just, when it's done, it's just done. And sometimes there's just no coming back from that, So, all right, I'm going to go take my boys out to eat.